Hello and welcome back to another lecture on learning Autodesk Inventor. In this video we are going to continue with an example. I have already downloaded an image from the Google, and as you can see it's not very difficult. We are going to need to make some extrusions. We are going to need to use some fillets. Then we will need also to make some rectangular pattern and some circular patterns, as you can see here. Okay, so let's get started. In order to make this detail, we will first need to start from the main part. Then we will add these holes, and then we will add this form right here, and then we will make these circular patterns. So we need to find the dimension first, which are pretty hard to read. So let's first read the dimension. So from this side to this side it says it's 120. Let's go and do that before we forget what the dimension was. Let's make it like this, and now we make a 2-point rectangle. Okay, I think this side was 120 by, let's see if we can read the other side. I don't think it's given directly. Let's see how we can find out. And okay, so it says from this edge here to this edge it's 43. Then from this point to this point it's 114, and then again from this point to this edge it's 43. So we need to give it 114 plus 43 plus 43. So 114 plus 43 plus 43, and this is the size of it. So what do we have else? We are also going to need to make these fillets, and then we have a bigger radius here, which is 100. So let's go and do that. Let's make it 100. In order to do that, there are many ways to do that, but we will just do it with a circle. And as the radius was 100, so the diameter is equal to 2 times the radius. So we will have to make it 2 times the radius, which was 100, and it will give us 200. We will align this horizontally with the origin point here. We will move it a little bit here, and we need this point to be attached to the circle. Just click the circle and then click this point here. Alright, now we will trim this. Let's trim this, and this. And okay, now it's good. Let's just go and give this a dimension here. And okay, now we are done. We can also make the same thing for the other side. We will just make a mirror. Okay. Go to mirror. Select your feature, then we select the line, click apply and hit done. Now we have this part right here. We can add some fillets, but we can do it on the 3D model. Let's hit finish and go ahead and watch what the distance that we need to extrude it. So as you can see, from the bottom to the top it's 45, but we are going to need to know the distance from the bottom to this point right here, which is not given. But as we have this dimension 45, we can subtract the 15, and that will give us the distance from here to here. So let's make 45. First let's take the extrude tool. Let's select this part, and then this part, and this part. Let's make it 45 minus 14, I think it was. No, 15. Let's make it 15. And let's make it symmetrical. Hit OK. and now we have this detail. And now we are going to make these fillets here with a radius of 18. Let's go and take the fillet tool. Let's select this edge, and this edge, and we will give it a radius of 18. And now we have these 4 edges. Now what can we do next? We can also add this other fillet here, and let's go ahead and see what the radius is. Oh, it's 8 millimeters. Let's go and make a fillet, but this time we're going to make a loop. We are not going to use only this one. Okay, and we will make it 8 and hit enter. Alright, now we have this part here. As you can see, it is not a solid just like we have here. We have to give it a shell, and the distance of the walls will be 6 millimeters. Let's go and take the shell option here. We will remove this face here, and we will give the thickness of 6 millimeters. Hit OK. And now we ended up with this. Let's hit F6. And what we're gonna do now? Now we can start on making these parts, these circles. So we first have to learn the positions. So this circle from this point to the edge is 43, and as you can see, the center of it is aligned with the line of the fillet here. Let's go and try to start a new sketch on this face, and now we're gonna need to make this a project line. Then we will need to make a circle. Let's go and read the radius of it. It's 26. Let's make it 26 and hit OK. Now we're also going to need to have a point here. Let's just go and make a point here. OK. We will give the dimension from this edge to the center of the circle, which was 43, I guess. Let's just to make sure that yes, it's 43. And then we are going to make this point aligned to this line here and click OK. Diameter is given, but there is still something okay, the point need to be aligned with the origin point, this point and this point here. Now it's constrained. Okay, let's go and finish this. Now we're going to need to make an extrusion. Let's go and read the distance. Okay, here's the distance. So the distance is 35 millimeters, and it has a through hole with a diameter of 12 millimeters. So this was 35. Let's view it from this angle. So it was 35 from bottom to the top. Let's go and make an extrusion, and I'm going to choose the distance from face option. You're going to start from this face and make it 35. Okay. Now hit OK, and we have done this part. Now let's go and make the through hole. You can either choose the hole option, or you can use the extrude option. We will make a sketch, and then we will use the extrude option. Let's project this circle so we have a center. Let's make another circle. This one was 12 in diameter. Now it is constrained. Finish the sketch. Let's make another extrusion. This time we will select the inner one and let's make a distance 2 to this surface here, and of course make sure that you have the cut option here. Okay, now we did a through hole cut, and as you can see from the bottom we have this form right here. Let's go and see what do we need to do next. As you can see, this has a fillet, and I think this has a chamfer here. If we can read just that, and okay, the radius is 2 millimeters, but I cannot find out what the chamfer of this inner circle is. Let's see if we can find that, but I cannot see any details, so we are just gonna assume and give it a certain value. Let's make first the fillet. I think the fillet was 2 millimeters if I'm not wrong. Let's make it 2 millimeters. Okay, and now we will give it an inner chamfer. Let's see. Okay, good. Now let's make a chamfer, and we will make it 1. Okay, I think 1 is good. Now we need to make a rectangular pattern. We will select, I think we're going to need a line first. I think yes. We have a line from on this direction, but we don't have a line, a vertical line. Yeah, we will definitely need a vertical line. Let's go and draw a vertical line here. Let's just make it vertical and hit OK. Now this will delete it. Hit OK and finish the sketch. Okay, let's make first on this direction. Let's try this. Let's select the features from here. We will select this extrusion here, and this, then this, then this. Then we select the direction. Let's choose this direction here. Let's flip it, and I think this one was 120. And now we will have to subtract it by the fillet, so the fillet was 8 minus, it will be like this. Okay, and let's add this direction. Let's make it 2, and let's make this. Okay, let's make 140 plus 43, and I think now it works. Okay. And now, as you can see, we have this model right here. What do we need to do next? We have to make this bigger circle and then this smaller one. So we will need to make in the center of these two planes, of these two surfaces from here to here. It's in the center, and then we will make the distance 43 from this edge to the center of it. We will make it 43 plus 17. Let's go and start here. Let's rotate it. Okay. Now we make a circle. We will read the diameter of it. It has a diameter of 40 millimeters. Let's make this 40. Hit enter. Align it to this point right here and give it a dimension from the center. I need to make a point here. Let's make it a projected line. I have to constrain it by this point, and let's project it to the line here. Now we have a point. Let's give it a distance which is, one more time, 43 plus 17. 43 plus 17. And this is the smaller circle. But we can make later this circle. So I think it's best to do the bigger circle first, and then make this other bigger circle, and then later on we can make these two smaller circles. So once again, I don't need to delete that. I will just have to find this to change this diameter. I will make not 40, but I will make it 80. So I'm now making this bigger circle, and I'm gonna make another circle here. So from this center to the other center in the horizontal line, it's 60 millimeters. Let's go and just draw the other circle. The diameter is 60 millimeters. 60. Okay. Now the distance in the horizontal line is 60 from the center of this one to this one. Let's go and make it 60 millimeters. Hit enter, and the dimension from here to the center was 15. Let's make it 15. Okay, as we see, we have some intersections here. We can make a fillet. Let's just trim these, this and this, and let's make a fillet here. Let's see what the fillet is. It is 10 millimeters. Let's make a fillet. And here it is. This one and this one. Let's make it we need to change this. We need to make it 10. And one more time, the same thing to the other side here. And make it 10 as well. And now we can go and extrude it. But let's make sure one more thing. So this extrusion is, I think it's from the bottom to the top. So we'll have to make the extrusion from the bottom to the top. Let's make an extrusion. Once again, distance from face. We will start making the distance from here, and we will give the distance by just reading it here, which is 45. Make it 45. Let's see if everything is alright. Just hit OK. And now we have this detail right here. Let's go and watch the sketch. And now we can continue and make these smaller circles. First we are going to care about this bigger one here. We will make a hole. Let's make an extrusion here. Let's make a project here only for this one. Let's make a circle on the center. We will give the diameter. It was yes, it was 40 millimeters. Hit enter. Finish the sketch. Extrude it. Make it the opposite. Let's select the cut option and we'll just make it all. Now we go and make this fillet here. Let's see if we can read, the chamfer, but I don't think it is given. Okay, so let's go and give it any chamfer that we want. Let's make it 1 millimeter. Alright, now we go and make these little holes. And as you can see now, these holes have to be more detailed. You have to make it with the diameter of M12. I think this is standard. The depth will be 13, and I mean the total depth including this coin here will be 15. Let's go and try, but I think we need to make first a reference circle. So this circle right here is 61 in diameter. Let's go and start a new sketch here. Let's make a breaktation here. A circle, which was 61, and a line here. So we need this intersection between these two. We will need that to start in making this hole here. Let's zoom out, finish the sketch, and now we go and make the hole. So let's go and edit this, select the type, make a simple hole, make this non-seat here, and choose the side, select the distance here, the direction, and of course we will make a drill point. Let's go and read the dimensions here. Okay, the diameter is M12. I don't know what M12 is. Let's just make it 10 millimeters. And the total distance is 15, while the distance from the surface to the beginning of the coin will be 13. Okay, let's make it 13. Okay, and I think we are finished with this. And we will select the position where we want to make it. Let's click on the point that we did before. Let's see if everything is fine. And okay. Now we go and hit OK here. And now we have our hole. But as you can see here, we have some threads. Let's go and do so. Select the thread option here and select the side of the hole here. You can choose your specification. Let's make I think it was 12. I don't understand these dimensions, but let's just leave it so we don't waste time. Let's click accept, and now we have our fillets here. Okay, let's go and make a, let's see if these have, these don't have, I thought these would have some chamfers, but they don't have. And let's just use now this circular pattern option here. So be careful, if you select only the hole, it won't be selected the thread. You will also need to select the threads. And now choose the rotational axis and choose the number. I think there are 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 holes. Just leave it like this. Hit OK. Just click accept. And here we have our holes. Now we will continue with the other part here. We will first make, let's say like this. We will first make a bigger hole, then we will extrude it for a certain distance, which is 5, and then again we will we will make a hole through all of it. Let's start a sketch here. We are gonna project this here. Select a circle. Let's make it first, and let's just go and read this dimension here. I think this is 35. 35. Okay, finish the sketch. Extrude this. It was 5 millimeters in the opposite direction. Hit OK. Now let's go and make another sketch. Now this one will be smaller, and let's just see what the dimension for this smaller one is. Okay, it's 28. Let's make another circle here. First let's project this line here, and let's make it 28. And go and finish the sketch. Make an extrusion. Select only this, the other direction, and choose all. Hit OK. And now we have our hole here. Okay. And what do we need to do next? We are almost finished. We only need to add this fillet right here. And I think we are finished once we do that. Yep. We will just add this fillet here. Okay, let's select this here. And what is the fillet for this? It's 2 millimeters, and we already have 2 millimeters. Just hit OK, and there it is. Now we're gonna go and give it a color. I will try to choose the same color as this one if possible. Let's go in here and choose our color now. Okay, let's just leave it as it was. Hit OK, and here we have our model. It looks very much the same like this one here. Hit F6, and we are now back in the home view. Alright, let's just go ahead and save this. Hit Save As, and we are gonna call this exercise, let's say 1. Exercise 1, whatever name you want. Hit enter, and now it is saved. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next lecture. Goodbye.